For today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Oh, cup of coffee.
My God, this
I gotta
week
sneeze.
has been about 9 years long.
Yeah, and I gotta sneeze.
We just started. I did give him we both took a sinus homeopathic. We did. But it's not instantaneous.
No.
Remember, folks, he has Leo rising.
At least make the fucking sneezes entertaining. Damn, at least make him entertaining. Make him distinct. So it's not just the scream of...
Mine are violent.
Yeah, they're not just the violent...
God, and everybody that had headphones or earbuds.
I'm telling you, those will blow speakers out. Some of the sneezes. And you and I both do it. Actually, no.
Oh,
Dad does it. You do it. I do it. Elijah does it. When he actually lets him his snelf sneeze.
It's been one of those weeks.
It's just a fucking genetic thing. Oh,
it's allergy sufferers. We got the suffering down right.
Oh, and the stupid evil is running the country right now. And it's like, my allergies can't handle it right now.
It was like...
my psyche!
He's like, I've not been happy with the world the past 3 days.
No!
And I'm like, some of us have been awake for decades.
Yes! And some of us try to forget that, no, this is not always... That, yes, this has always been fucking stupid. This has always been evil. This has always been corrupt. Because it has not always been blatantly in your face like it has been for the past 4 months.
Well, it's been more than 4 months. And
4 months.
It's one of those that...
It's been
everything is cyclical.
4 years.
It's cyclical.
It's been 4 years.
Oh, it's been longer than that. It's been much longer than that. So, but anyhow, within everything that's blowing up, has the potential to blow up, one of the things that you can do to cope with stuff is focus on beauty. That's it. Just redirect your thoughts. Because you can only live in that type of understanding for so long before it does affect you.
Yeah. That's why I try to focus on the green of the leaves, the green of the grass that's still there.
Within that, what you're seeing on your screen is the first of the year for us. And this was the first time that we had gone to the City of Food and that they had the orange orbs of happiness out.
This year.
And the kid that was the cashier, he's like, hey, and I'm like, is this the first one that you've checked out this season? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, woo, woo.
Heck yeah,
because
man.
You celebrate those small victories.
You do.
Because they matter. And I'm one of these, I just absolutely adore pumpkins. I do. It's sort of like the coffee thing.
Orange globes of happiness.
Orange orbs of happiness. And so I have a website that is called Apple Holler. We're not the only ones that have hollers. There's hollers all across this
I know, it's a
land.
very southern thing.
And they're talking about, they've got all these, and if I remember, I'll put I'll cite my source on this. There's all kinds of pumpkin facts. It's not that they're just beautiful. They're valuable.
Is that they got antioxidants?
It's all kinds of things. And it said the oldest evidence of pumpkin-related seeds dates back somewhere to 7,000 to 5500 BC, and this was seeds found in Mexico.
Cool.
And it says pumpkins are members of the cucurbit or gourd family.
Loves it.
Get to learn new stuff.
Yeah.
New knowledge. And in addition to pumpkins, this family consists of squash, cucumbers, loofahs, watermelons, and melons.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And it says that the word pumpkin originates from the word pepon, P-E-P-O-N, which means large melon in Greek.
Pineapple apple pan.
Right, exactly. And it
P-P-A-P.
says that pumpkins are grown all over the world, and 6 of the 7 continents can grow pumpkins, including Alaska. We don't think about pumpkins growing in Alaska.
They can grow in Alaska?
They can. And it says the only continent on which you won't find pumpkins growing is Antarctica.
Oh.
Oh, no, they do melons and all kinds of good stuff there in Japan. And they do.
It's difficult for them to grow it, though.
But we had watched that one. There is this. It's a Korean channel that I watch quite often that shows about the different manufacturing processes. And one of them, they have this pumpkin drink, and I bet it's wonderful. Ooh. I really do. It's just one of those simple. As far as them cooking, it's very ASMR. And they showed the wonderful different pastries and cakes and stuff like that. And so, yes, they had that one about the pumpkin drink.
Loves it.
And it says that about half of the produced pumpkins in the U.S. are grown in 6 states.
6 states?
The half of them.
Which ones?
You know what? It didn't really say. I don't know why. It said farmers in the top 6 pumpkin producing states produced 753.8 million pounds of pumpkins in 2015.
Well, damn, with that amount of pumpkins, you might as well name the states.
I'm reading what's here.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm talking about the person that wrote the thing.
And it said that pumpkin production dropped more than 40% from 2014 to 2015, largely due to a drop in acreage planted and harvested in Illinois.
What?
And it's like, Illinois, y'all going to have to pick up the ball here.
Yeah.
And it said Illinois remained the leading producer of pumpkins by acreage in 2015, with almost 80% of acres typically devoted to production for pie filling and processing uses.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
It says the pumpkin capital.
Make all sorts.
The pumpkin capital of the world is Morton, Illinois. Morton, Illinois is also home of the Libby's Corporation's pumpkin industry. And that, as far as Libby's pie filling, that makes perfect sense now, because as far as the pumpkin pie filling, and all you have to do is basically just pour it into a pie crust and bake it.
I was watching, actually, no, I saw someone have a whole video on YouTube about pumpkin spice themed products. Okay. Soaps, makeup, face wash.
Oh yeah, there's people that, as far as that pumpkin spice, that they are just massively. Why would you limit yourself to that blend of spices just once a year?
I don't know.
I mean, if you enjoy pumpkin. The consumption of pumpkin does not have to be limited to one time of year. It really doesn't. And it says that we can thank the Irish for the tradition of pumpkin carving, but original carvings were on turnips.
Yeah, that is true. We did that.
We did that last year. That was the first time that we had gone total old school as far as the carving. And the turnips, they were adorable.
They were, but they shriveled up.
They do.
And then they turned into new faces. And it's like, oh, okay, hello.
There's a tradition as far as Appalachian craft where you would carve apples.
One of the turnips started peeing.
Well, Yes, because that's what
Because
they
it
do.
started getting old and
Yes.
sad. And
Yes, and that's what happens to all of us when that happens.
Y'all pee. Y'all pee. Y'all pee.
But you might want to at some point look up Appalachian apple head dolls.
They're really cool.
And that's one of the things that's, traditional to our area and stuff. And when I was growing up, there were still people who did make those. I don't know if those people passed on the tradition. A lot of the traditions are dying out because no one wants to learn.
I wanted to learn.
Which is remarkably sad.
I wanted to learn. I couldn't make the damn things. I couldn't figure out how to dry the apples right.
Well, there is a process, and I'm sure you could look that up online.
I was about to stick it in the fucking dash of the car. Just stick it there.
I'm not sure.
Let it bake all day.
I don't think it's a vinegar thing, but it may be. And it says that, of course, the Irish, when they immigrated to the United States, they found that there were plenty of pumpkins, and they're much easier to carve.
Yeah.
They really are. But pumpkins contain potassium and vitamin A. Vitamin A is really good for your eyes.
Nice.
And it says the pumpkin flowers are edible.
Nice.
And I bet you that's sort of like, well, it makes sense if it's squash family and that type thing.
Uh-huh.
You can batter, dip those, and deep fry them.
How do?
Well, I'd say that it's probably a batter similar to when you fixed the dandelion fritters.
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's something else that you can do with them. And it says the largest pumpkin pie ever made was over 5 feet in diameter and weighed 350 pounds. It used 80 pounds of cooked pumpkin, 36 pounds of sugar, 12 dozen eggs, and took 6 hours to bake. I wonder how they bake that, if they specialty built something.
Uh-huh.
That may be one of those Guinness World Record type things. It says in earlier colonial times, pumpkins were used as an ingredient for the crust of pies, not the filling. Which that's pretty cool.
What?
Well, there's that one lady that she uses, instead of using sugar in her recipes, she will take dates and grind them up and pulverize them, and that is the sweetener that she uses for some of her stuff. And pumpkin in and of itself is not necessarily that sweet. Mm-hmm. I don't know that it's necessarily sweet or savory, and it depends on the type of pumpkin that it is also. But I could see very easily how it could be incorporated into a pie crust.
Yeah.
It says pumpkins were once recommended for removing freckles and curing snake bites. That is not that. I think that's been debunked over the years.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very much been debunked.
It's the largest pumpkin ever grown, and that was, I don't know when this webpage came out, was 1,140 pounds.
What?
That's a large pumpkin. And it's like kid 9
that's
past.
a damn big pumpkin. You can make a boat out of that.
We have covered stories where in one of these places they do have a pumpkin boat contest.
In that case, I would just carve it out, like hollow it out and live
great.
in it.
It says the Connecticut field variety.
Where do you live? You live in a pumpkin? What?
Well,
yep, I sure do.
And the Connecticut field variety is the traditional American pumpkin. Pumpkins are 90% water. Well, yeah, I can see that. It says 80% of the pumpkin supply in the United States is available in the month of October.
Loves it.
Which I was really pleased that we found them in September. So, and there's all kinds of other things like that in this, such as pumpkins that are low in salt, 0 cholesterol. Pumpkin seeds can help men avoid prostate cancer. That is so. And pumpkins can lower the risk of heart disease. They contain beta-carotene, which helps reduce certain types of, certain types of.
That's it.
It just stops.
Certain types of, you decide.
It says that a number of facial and anti-wrinkle creams include pumpkin. And it seems like that Mike Rowe had gone to, I can't remember where it was, one farm, and they produce pumpkin products. Mm-hmm. But of course, it's seasonal, and they had shampoos and lotions and all these wonderful things.
Yeah, they had a lot of good stuff that was pumpkin based.
So this is just way cool. And I was looking to see if they had a, well, it said 2024 Apple Holler, but that doesn't mean that this has been updated since the last time. But I'll put a link, and I think you can actually order products from this Apple Holler website.
Huh.
So that would be cool.
That would be cool.
But all hail the orange orbs of happiness.
All hail the orange globe. All hail the orange orb.
But we were looking today as we were driving, and it's like the leaves have already started turning bigly.
They've been turning.
Yeah, they have. But as far as en masse, and we don't know with what kind of rain we're going to get. We actually need rain.
Yeah.
Very much. It's been dry. But if it, this is what's happened quite a bit lately. It's like the leaves will start to turn, and then we get a big bunch of rain, and then they just turn brown and fall off.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we have had a truly spectacular autumn. Mm-hmm. But we've got an orange orb of happiness. This will be the first.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
it's the first of the collection to come.
Yes, we always get several because I love them. I do love them.
Did you see in TJ Maxx or somewhere, I don't know if it was TJ Maxx, but anyway, they had a ceramic pumpkin that, you know, they have the faces on them. It kind of looked like Trump.
God.
Not even joking. It kind of looked like Trump. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it kind of looked like him.
I don't know. That's probably going to be another one of those, what is the name of that, where people see images and things that really aren't there.
No, it was a real...
What is that term, though?
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about.
But it was an actual... Like, it was a face on the pumpkin.
Okay. And it could have been.
And it kind of looked like Trump.
Okay. He's got... Even trying to discuss something not news-related, his brain has gone back to news-related. I think it's happening to a lot of people right now.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Because they're just inundated.
That's not even news-related. I'm just saying it looks like person.
Okay. I wish I could remember the name of there is a term, and normally I can remember it, but we're recording later tonight, and so brain has kind of clicked out.
It's offline.
Yeah. But during this period of time, and this will come out on a Friday, it will be Friday the 13th. So happy Friday the 13th.
Loves it.
Go out, get you an orange orb of happiness, and just sit and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, the shape of it, the color of them, just the stem. Some of the ones, they're learning to leave the stems a little bit longer on some of them, which is great. Because there for a while, they was just cutting the stems off really close. And it's like, don't do that.
Yeah, it was just, it ruins the aesthetic of it.
It does. And if you have a pumpkin patch near you to where you could go and visit.
Support it.
That is the most magical place on earth.
Yes. Support your local pumpkin patch. Support it.
Support your local farmers.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that the Wilds of Mart and different places like that, they do buy from local farmers, which is great.
Yeah, that is.
Regional and area farmers supply some of these places. So it's not all just big box. It's a lot. But these guys, I mean, they work really hard. And it's fun. We got to speak to a farmer several years back, and my God, I wish they had grown more pumpkins because basically you just, plant the seeds, and then they just do what they do. Now they may have had to have sprayed, and for some of these people that's wanting to do the all organic, we have done the all organic stuff before, and those whatever squash beetles or whatever the hell, they devastated the entire crop like in a 2-day span.
Yeah, but now we
It
have
was
a
horrifying.
weapon. We have a weapon.
Okay, what kind of a weapon?
It's that bug spray.
The kind that was
That goes on the weed
organic
plant. Yeah.
something. Yeah, so that it wouldn't harm the kitties, and that was the reason that we had done the organic thing before also. So some of these guys, they're doing the best that they can. Don't bust their chops needlessly.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on the orange orbs of happiness?
They glorious. They joyful.
Glorious.
They very joyful.
Absolutely.
Don't kick the pumpkins.
Why would anybody kick the pumpkins?
They smash the pumpkins.
Oh.
They kick the pumpkins. They kick the jack-o'-lanterns on Halloween.
Oh, on Halloween. Well, that's one thing about it. We don't have to worry about it. We're isolated and...
Don't
ain't nobody gonna come up in these mountains. Are you kidding?
Don't stomp the pumpkins. Damn it, leave them alone.
Anybody that would do that, well, go and watch the movie Trick or Treat to find out what happens to those who disrespect the pumpkins.
Yeah, we have a picture. Trick or Treat.
That is one of my favorite movies. If you haven't seen it before,
home.
Go and watch what happens to, like I said, those who disrespect the night.
Home.
If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens,
wrong way, home.
cryptids, if you tinfoil hats, if you would like to share the glory of pumpkins, the orange orbs of happiness, what or autumn, or any of these things like that brings you joy, please put that in the comment section. Yeah. It's a matter of everybody uplifting each other during these periods of time, poking holes in the darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like this video, comment, like, share, most of all, subscribe. Check her out on BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, Orlando Cup of Coffee, Orlando's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Orlando's COCWS. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good.
Know that you're loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated.
Yeah.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Peace.
Bye.